welcome everyone here to the inaugural round of the Intrepid Endurance League. Here we have a great show ahead of you. We have a small grid, but it's still great as we see Andrew Roberts now going right past our camera. Of course, a big one here for you to see. Of course, we have cool graphics that should work. It didn't work. So let's redo this. See, they should work, but it hasn't. Maybe if I delete it and redo it. So here we are, we're just in a practice right now, just before we get this race on in a moment's time, about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go before we get into qualifying. We have 4 drivers out on the circuit right now. And in the server, and we are just waiting for a couple more to come in. Anyways, we are just gonna copy this. Sorry for the thing that is on screen right now. We are just awaiting getting that. And oh, look at that. Whoa, we have it. Nice. All right. How big is my screen? Now, this should be very good here that we are expecting from this and our drivers. And everyone down here that has helped out with Intrepid Endurance League. So, let's just see if we can has messed it up just a little bit. I'm trying to get the size perfectly. So there we go. Should be all good there. With that. And now let's look over if we can get from here with Andrew Roberts. And now let's see if that. Oh, it does. Oh, look at that. And whoa, Andrew, just hold on to it while you're in practice. Currently 1 minute left on the clock, and now it's gonna be a spin for poor Andrew Roberts. But we've got Luis Gonzalez, Samuel Pereira. Something weird going on there. Ah, he's using one of those cars. Let's look at Kobe Ritchie. So we got Souls here, you know, going through Sunset Corner and leaving a little bit as well for good measure. Going around to start a lap in his Mercedes. Plenty of things we got here as well. Oh, you got a weird camera. Whoa, look at this. So, here we are at the end of qualifying. We got one more driver who's also coming in as well. That onboard HUD is not right. There we go. And whoa, something has gotten very bright there. Oh, because qualifying is over. I know. The practice is over. My bad. Excuse me. So here we go with our drivers here. Who will be the first to go out onto the circuit? I wonder. Now we're just awaiting who it's going to be. In just a moment's time, watch out real quick because I am setting this up. Uh, let's just get. Where is it? Not an issue just yet because we're still just doing out laps right now. But I'm just looking. Where on earth is my thing? Vehicle labels. Get your key. But now we're watch here as you see who's going to be first out onto the circuit. Looks like it was now Red, who is currently first to go out for a lap. So let's see how this one goes out for the driver in the Mercedes. The yellow Mercedes, of course. Ten minutes on the clock, 8 minutes 30 seconds left in qualifying. Tires, of course, cold, and still trying to get up to speed with it. But it is a 47.9 in the first sector. Interesting ad. Now going through this second sector here, it's of course well, it's a circuit, duh. But here at Sebring International Raceway, it's a difficult one, a very bumpy one as well, especially in the final corner as you go through Sunset Bend. You really have a couple of snaps that you could have throughout the time you're here at this circuit, this beautiful circuit, of course. And one that we all love to see is now he goes down the Ullman straight out of the Le Mans curve. Nile Red down towards Sunset Bend, which is, of course, the final corner. Of course, the pit lane is not on the start-finish straight. So, Nara, my bad, will go through Sunset Bend, and of course now towards what is the actual start-finish straight. Now it goes into the turn that is genuinely just named Turn 1. It's a 206.1 out there, and oh, that's going to be in the grass and over that, so that's not a good start to the lap here. Samuel Pereira behind goes much quicker, but comes into the pit lane as well. Andrew Roberts goes fastest. And now I think this can give us to put up that tower there. Andrew Roberts looking to be currently the fastest on the circuit as we've got someone who's left the server. I wonder if there's been an issue there. Looking at an hour-long race here, actually, I think it might drop down to 40. No, I think we are going on for an hour race here, but we have nearly halfway through qualifying here so far. We currently look at Andrew Roberts now going down towards turn 1. Going through Now into what is, let's see these corner names. Tower Turn down Flying Fortress Straight. Some cool names here. And now it's Bishop Bend. A quick left-hander, really easy one at that. Forget about the 200-meter board. 4. Now through the S's into the Le Mans curve and across this big curve that you can really ride out as much as you want, and now down the Oldman Straight to Sunset Bend. What will it be for Andrew Roberts? Currently on provisional pole. Now, can Andrew put himself somewhere faster? Of course, he hasn't been beaten by anyone else. Can his 204 increase? Let's see what it is. It's not going to increase. It's going to stay the same of a lap. Wasn't the best in a different sector there. So, we'll see how it goes, and that is going to be a slide there, and I think that's the end of that lap. Of course. Luis Gonzalez has gone faster than that one. Luis Gonzalez actually goes up towards the top of the 203.5 there in his McLaren GT3. So, still waiting 4 minutes left in qualifying. Still plenty of things that can happen with these drivers. And well, we still look along for if we get one more driver. Luis Gonzalez not on a good lap as it stands right now, but I think Andrew Roberts just ahead is obviously not on the good one that he wants. We've got little Solzy over here going through Le Mans Bend. And down the Elm Street, his lap does not look like it is good either. Now red. Now coming down the front start finish straight. As we've got Samuel Pereira here. It's okay, it's a weird one. As we got Bobby Spencer now joining to be the 6th driver here. But Samuel Pereira is obviously in the placeholder livery. So it'll load up during the race, of course, so no worries on that, but it's a little bit haunting, just to see this. But he is on what could be a pole lap time. He's setting fastest sectors. The first sector was pretty good. The second one it's pretty good. It's better than others. Not better than Luis Gonzalez's though. So we'll see how this one goes for the Brazilian. Anyways, Samuel Pereira now up to the line in this basic Porsche that is there with no sound. And what was it? If it loads up, it was a 207.1, obviously on his cold tire. So we'll see how he does again in a moment's time. But we still have Luis Gonzalez here, who's doing a good lap as well. No, it's not actually. So, this McLaren now running quick and high up the field here in you're at Sebring for what is, of course, remember the inaugural race here. So not a big grid, but still looking good. And we'll start it off in style here in Intrepid, because of course we know how to start things. Samuel Pereira on a really good first sector for him, of course. But now he's coming through the second sector now, of course, through uh going through now Tower Turn and down the Flying Fortress Straight. And if you want to go over facts about the Sebring circuit again, of course, a really bumpy one, a very old track, a very famous one at that. Quick, sweeping corners and difficult left and right handers, and some pretty interesting racing. Of course, anything can happen here at a track like this. And even with a small grid, we can still get off to some good racing action. But now Samuel Pereira coming around the final corner in his placeholder car that it's given him with completely cylinder wheels. And what will it be? For Samuel Pereira, it's going to stay fifth, unfortunately for him. Kobe Ritchie's going to pull off to the side. Andrew Roberts is on a good lap here, so let's see how this one goes. Let's also see where Luis Gonzalez is. He's behind Andrew Roberts on the circuit, so we can see how this one is going to play out. Can Andrew Roberts take down a improved 510s? He's not up in the second sector. Can he take down Luis Gonzalez and get the first ever pole position here in Intrepid Endurance League? The Canadian is trying to go around. That's a little bit of a corner cut there. I wonder if he had to slow down for it, and that ruins the lap just that little bit more. I think it might have. It definitely could have. It had the potential to do such a thing. As he now throws it into Sunset Bend, try to hold out, get the power down as much as you can. Oh, and I think that might have been the lap ender there. Up to the line for Andrew Roberts. Can he improve? Not enough. What about Luis Gonzalez? He doesn't improve, but he will. Oh, no, he does. To a 2:03. Oh, no, he doesn't. It just updated a little bit. But that is it for qualifying there. And it is going to be Luis Gonzalez to be the first ever pole sitter here in Intrepid Endurance League. So, let's look here. In a moment's time, of course, you can see the results there on the side.
Drivers go to the grid for a race start.
So, here we're going to go for the race, an hour-long race here to get us off. So, starting over to Luis Gonzalez on pole position ahead of Andrew Roberts here at Sebring. First ever race, and it's Luis Gonzalez at the front. Kobe Ritchie in the third place with now red behind that in fourth. The Mercedes on the second row of the grid. In the final row of the grid, Samuel Pereira and Bobby Spencer in the BMWs. So it's McLaren, Lexus, Mercedes, BMW, BMW. Those are our 6 drivers here today. And 10 seconds before this one gets underway, let's look over here at the drivers.
Formation lap has started.
So here we go off for the start of this amazing race, this amazing circuit. And where is one of our drivers? Where's Bobby Spencer? I wonder. He's being left behind there. He's in the pit lane and coming out, so he's going to catch up. But now Luis Gonzalez is coming around the final corner of Sunset Bend at a sunset. And we will get this one underway in just a moment's time. Intrepid Endurance League
Green
starts
flag,
here. It's green, green, green here at Sebring. Luis Gonzalez leads ahead of Andrew Roberts as they go to turn 1, but now an hour starts, and it's all into turn 1. Oh, Andrew Roberts gets tapped, and Andrew Roberts is going to go spinning round. There are 2 drivers off and out into the barriers as well. And did any of them go in the barriers? Andrew Robertson, he just spun round, but it's disaster for the guy who started in second place, the Canadian, losing out. Here we have Luis Gonzalez coming through now, in the lead still. As now they go towards, now they're going to go towards, what is it? Hairpin turn. Great name. Kobe Ritchie still in third. Samuel Pereira has had a great start. He's up to second in his BMW. Now chasing down Luis Gonzalez. Andrew Roberts still going to have to close in and bridge the gap that he's now lost with the chaos that was on turn 1. And, well, disaster there for the BMW. I mean, the Lexus. As now he's going to be chasing down Nared and looking to get this one back. Luis Gonzalez now, of course, leads as we are already nearly a minute in. And we're still on lap 1, of course. The man from Spain now going through the Le Mans S's and Le Mans curb. And now these drivers are still close apart, not far. And they're all within something as Bobby Spencer is into the pit lane for what I'm assuming is a drive-through penalty. So we're already seeing drive-throughs here and probably race-ending ones as well. We'll see what he does as the drivers go into the pit. Whoa. Interesting there why it's put us here. He is just coming out of the pit lane. But here we have Samuel Pereira and Kobe Ritchie right behind that. Chasing down Luis Gonzalez. Can he get this one eventually? We'll see if he can. Currently in second place. Oh, and that's going to be in the grass and cutting across. But he hasn't lost much time in the process of doing that. So it isn't too bad just yet for him. Not the end of the world. And he's only 1.3 behind still. Bobby Spencer's probably going to be kicking himself. He probably, because the fact that he didn't start, you're in a pit lane start, you can't leave the pits until it. So you would have to start far behind. So, I mean, it's not too horrible. He's not losing much doing that. As Niall Red has been passed by Andrew Roberts. Very easily, in fact. So, he's also been left in the dust. She's also been left in the dust. So, I wonder how that's happened. Is there any damage on that car? Was there a mistake? Wonder what happened, but we'll see it eventually. Anyways, now Andrew Roberts is closing in quick. On Kobe Ritchie. Roberts or Ritchie, who is going to win out of this one? We'll see how this one goes on lap 2. Now going to lap 3. Luis Gonzalez still leads the test at Sebring. Ahead of Samuel Pereira, and then Kobe Ritchie, and then Andrew Roberts, and then Nared, and Bobby Spencer way back after having a drive-through penalty for what I'm assuming is leaving the pits after being in the pit, not crossing the pit line while not being on the grid on the back straight when the formation lap started. So he was supposed to start in the pit lane, but he's gone out on track and he's started with the field. However, you're not supposed to if you weren't on the grid before that point. Anyways, now Andrew Roberts still right on the back of Kobe Ritchie. We're looking for what could be the first major move of the season. He's going to go to the outside now, and the inside, and he's going to get right past now to the outside, through the curve, down to hairpin turn. Let's see how this one goes out side by side as they go. into the hairpin turn, and it's going to be Andrew Roberts almost holding out, but Kobe Ritchie's still going to try and hold this one on, but Andrew Roberts around the outside gets that move done, and it's an amazing overtake there, and an easy one for him, probably. And as you can see, the number board on the side updates to 3rd position for Andrew Roberts on his comeback drive that he is trying to make here. We've already gone through 5 minutes of this hour-long race, and we still have plenty to go. So we shall see at the end of it how it goes down. Andrew Roberts now chases down Samuel Pereira. And we're still looking on. 6 drivers only out on the circuit. It's a small grid, but of course, a big race. You're in a milestone, of course. It's an honor to have a first race here and one for many more. And of course, at the top, follow us on Instagram if you haven't. At Intrepid Endurance League, Intrepid Endurance League. Andrew Roberts is currently the only one here with a custom livery, and it's not a bad one. It's pretty good. No sponsor on. I bet it'll be worked on as it goes along. But now Samuel Pereira definitely looking in his mirrors. Because that Lexus is bearing down on that BMW. The Samuel Pereira, who had a great start, of course, gained plenty of positions off of the chaos that happened in turn 1. He started 5th, and he's already up to 2nd. So he was up 2nd by the time they got out of turn 1. So still very good for him, and now he's gonna have to work to defend. But of course, nothing comes free for Andrew Roberts, who is definitely trying to get this one passed as soon as possible so he can try and chase down. And he's going to the outside here, going through Bishop Bend and towards the S's, and he's not able to get the move done just yet. In the 94 car. Trying to get past this BMW, trying to look around the outside there, but it just didn't play out in time. But now he's going to be chasing down Ullman straight, in the slipstream, in the toe. Will he go to the outside here into Sunset Bend? No. Samuel Pereira tries to bring himself back. As you can see, now red in the background, going over the grass there, but Andrew Roberts still not able to get this move done just yet. Now right on the back of him, now going to go to the inside here, going down towards turn 1. The corner, of course, just named turn 1. And now this speeding down, trying to go on the inside, no contact made, close to the barrier, still a tight one, and Andrew Roberts is going to get this one past, and he's ahead of Samuel Pereira. Roberts putting that Lexus into 2nd place, and nicely done move there, and it was hard fought from Samuel Pereira, but the Lexus prevails. That blue and peach-colored Lexus is now back up into 2nd place where he started. After having a disastrous turn 1, he's back up there and now chasing down Luis Gonzalez. It's Canada versus Spain. Who's going to win out that battle? This is still the closest gap here on circuit. And still, just move that over to there. Why don't we? And still 50 minutes left to go in this race. It's a long one, but still plenty of time to go. Uh, anyways, what are we seeing now? Samuel Ferrer lost a little bit of time there. He's now 2 seconds back from the driver that just passed him. Oh, Andrew Roberts, that is a big moment there, coming out onto the open straight out of the Le Mans curve. And now Samuel Ferrer is going to have a big run at that, into Sunset Bend. Will he make the move? Will he go to the inside? He does, and he makes the big move to the inside now into Sunset Bend. Andrew Roberts gets a little bit wide, but now Samuel Ferrer is going to be himself up into second place, and an easy good move there as Andrew Roberts has found himself backwards coming out of Sunset Bend. And this will leave Kobe Ritchie to get right past, and into third place. Andrew Roberts has had a disaster there coming out of Sunset Bend. And did he spin while trying to hold on to that fight there? And now Red's going to fight this one into turn one in her Mercedes car, and she gets this one past with the speed advantage of having the run, but she's going to be in the grass now. And now Andrew Roberts is going to have to fight this one back. There's a pace difference between these two. Who's going to win it out? It's Andrew Roberts. On the inside into turn one, into turn three. And it's an easy move there for the Lexus driver. And now Red has to lose out on that one. Andrew Roberts now going to chase down Kobe Ritchie again. He's going to have to do this all over again. After 12 minutes of fighting his way back, he's now lost it all again. And he's going to have to bring it all back and back and back again. Ooh, but Kobe Ritchie goes a bit wide now. And Andrew Roberts is going to get this move around the outside into whatever the fuck the corner's called. And now down towards Bishop Bend. He gets up into third place and into the podium places again. But now it's a 10-second gap to Samuel Pereira. And it's big to Bridge. And now Red's trying to get this moved on the fellow Mercedes. But Kobe Ritchie is going to be into the pit lane. An early stop here for the Mercedes, and I wonder what it's for. So I wonder, what is the reason for this stop? Is it tires? Is it fuel? Did he not change his fuel? That's what I'm going to assume. Oh no, he's DNF'd. He's retired from the race. Has Kobe Ritchie. And oh, that is Nile Red into the barriers hard. And that is at Sunset Bend, the final corner. And a big moment. Oh, she's gonna hit the next wall as well. And that is probably big suspension damage. Locking up into the final corner. Bobby Spencer can be enjoying this one. But now, what is the damage on that car? Let's just cycle it over. Was there suspension damage or is it just heavy front damage? Looks like there is a bit. Maybe. Oh yeah, you can see how it's kind of... I bet there's a puncture on that car, definitely, maybe. But... that is still a big moment there for Nile Red. And was there a bit of a distraction there or anything? That has happened. But now here in the sunset of Sebring, we still have 45 minutes to go. 46 minutes, really. And the drivers have already spread out across the field. And across the circuit, 5 drivers remaining in this 6-driver race. Not on board anymore, so maybe I should remove that. But anyways, while we wait, let's go through a lap of Sebring with Louis Gonzalez. Let's assume the camera angle and close that. And he's down into Turn 3, it's a short braking zone. Get on the power, trying to hold on to it, and then get back on the brakes, and then now down the straight. This curved straight, really. Can you really call it a straight? But now braking into this hairpin corner. A little bit of a curved exit here. You want to not get over the grass there, but you want to try to be all the way on the curb. And now it's flat down towards. It's flat towards Cunningham Corner. And then Collier Curve, which is just left-hander here. It's a flat one. Flat left-hander. You can see the bumps that the circuit has just throughout the thing that can, if you hit them wrong, you lose the car in spectacular fashion, which I bet we've just seen is what we saw from Andrew Roberts earlier. Now through Bishop Bend. And then something corner is what it was called, I don't know. Le Mans curve here. Stay within that yellow line and then bring your car out. Get all the way up on that curve and now down towards Sunset Bend in the sunset. Which is always great to see. And now up to the line here, finishing off this lap. It's Luis Gonzalez, and well, I have no idea what that last lap was, but it was a 2:04. No, it was not. It was a 2:04.4. So very nicely done there from the Spanish driver here in the McLaren. And Samuel Pereira came into the pit lane. He's coming out of the pits. Now Red is now pulling in as well into their box and retiring from the race with all the damage they probably had. But now Samuel Pereira out and onto the circuit again. And I wonder what that was to warrant a pit stop. Or was it a drive-through, I think? Maybe. No, it was definitely a pit stop. We'll look at it later. But now we look back up. We got Andrew Roberts, who's closing. Not really, though. Has a big gap to Luis Gonzalez, who is leading this one in big fashion. The gaps here are huge out at Sebring with our 4 remaining drivers. And now we have almost 40 minutes left. We are just going to look on. And the pace for Luis Gonzalez and Andrew Roberts in the first sector was nearly identical. Andrew Roberts only a few hundred slower. And now he's 3/10 slower in the second sector. So, very close stuff here at Sebring between these two drivers, and I think it might be Luis Gonzalez who pulled that pole out of that second sector, maybe, if that's what's giving it to him. So, had 2 DNFs in the pit lane because of one damage and probably the other being bored. And also, let's talk about the 2026 WEC season, of course. We're going to have Genesis in, and the others. We'll have Genesis in next in 2 seasons. We'll have Ford and McLaren. I can't wait for the Genesis to come to Le Mans Ultimate. And of course, also in the next race, we'll have LMP2s instead for GT3s. So it should be a thriller out there. And we'll be at Sakir next time out in the LMP2s. at the Bahrain paddock layout. So it's the one that you come out of turns 2 and 3 and you cut across onto the back straight. We don't use that rest of the first sector. I wish we get the outer layout, but paddock layout seems pretty cool as well. Luis Gonzalez, our new superstar here, took pole by a good margin of 5/10 and now still leads us away. And did we have a yellow flag for a second? We did, because Samuel Pereira's DNF. He's retired. We only have 3 drivers left on the circuit here. And ooh, Bobby Spencer having a little bit of an issue there going through turn, what is that, Cunningham Bend. I believe so. No, Collier Curve. Actually, it's Collier Curve. So, we've lost 3 of our 6 drivers. We're only left with 3 now, so we'll just be waiting here. And waiting as much as we want. But, anyways, we look here now. We'll get you our mid-race results as we are with 38 minutes left to go. Luis Gonzalez leads ahead of Andrew Roberts, Bobby Spencer, who's a lap down from Luis Gonzalez, and the other 3 are, of course, out of the race. So, unfortunate stuff for them, but their loss. They aren't having as much fun as us. But, anyways, we'll look back at Luis Gonzalez. The Spaniard currently still leading this race away, ahead of the Canadian of Andrew Roberts, and then the Briton of Bobby Spencer. In his BMW, you know, just minding his business and having a fun time. Let's bring the tower back, because I forgot to put it back up. So, lights on for these drivers. I don't know if the time is really changing out on the circuit, but we're just out here having a good time, chilling around, and seeing what we're doing. Anyways, through turn 1, here comes Bobby Spencer, currently in 3rd. In what is, of course, remember, the inaugural race here in Intrepid Endurance League, so of course it's not a big field, but I bet we'll get bigger eventually. Anyways, when Andrew Roberts eventually pits, we'll have a little mid-race interview with him when that time comes, of course. Still, plenty we can see, and I hope these three drivers eventually come across each other as we're just near the halfway point of this race in 5 minutes time exactly, really. It's great to see that Intrepid F1 expands to an LMU here, Le Mans Ultimate, this endurance series. A very great one at that. And I'm also currently, working here on just posting on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, follow our Instagram at Intrepid Endurance League if you haven't already. Get over there and get following, get liking our posts, because you'll enjoy them. We're hoping to consistently do them, of course. And fun fact, these little right-left here on this straight, it's a little curved straight, and it's technically called the Fangio chicane. It's not really a chicane, it's only just a right-left kink, so, I mean, wonder what all that's about. Very technical circuit this one is. And a very famous and good one. It's one of the greatest you'll ever see. Anyways, let me get back over and let's see if we can get myself a clip to post on Instagram here. So, not much going on. Of course, we still have some. We have little amount of drivers here, of course, inaugural race. It's only a test race, so in our first testing season, it is a championship, but we're hoping by season, when we get to the point where we have a season one, we have decent grids and good outings. We really, really hope. We'd be great by that point, so anyways, Luis Gonzalez, the Spaniard, still leads over Andrew Roberts and Bobby Spencer. Big gaps between these drivers, of course, but I mean, that is kind of what we expected. Wasn't much else. So, anyways, there'll just be a little pause here because I'll just be out for 1 second. So we're muted, but of course the action still stays. Alright, yeah, amazing. So I'm back. Not much has happened. But we're still now reaching the halfway point in 3, 2, and 1, and we are at the halfway point. Congratulations, everyone. We are halfway through the first race of the Intrepid Endurance League. Give yourselves a pat on the back, I don't know. These 3 drivers can know for themselves that they are making history. So, Louis Gonzalez, the Spaniard, still leads in his McLaren. You can tell he's having a little good time. Just chilling out there. On the circuit, you know, of course. Why wouldn't you? Be having all the fun in the world. Trying to see if I can get a little screenshot there. Yeah, just for graphics, you know. Excuse that. So, we're still waiting. Just waiting around. And biding our time and having fun. Out here at Sebring International Raceway as night starts to fall in just a few moments' time. We'll sit with you for a lap with Andrew Roberts. We're all having fun out here. Andrew Roberts now. Just sitting out there. Biding his time around. We'll have an interview with him later when he comes around for his first pit stop. It doesn't look like the night is really coming, actually. I think we're here on a set time. Of course, we are using the same weather that's out there at Sebring. Field weather. Sitting out here and having fun, which I've been saying a lot, but you know, actually the sun has changed. It's moved. It's not there anymore for Sunset Bend where it usually was. Andrew Roberts here is on a good lap, actually, so it's good that we looked at it. Finding his way around the final corner. Sunset Bend is going to be in the wall for Andrew Roberts there. And how bad is it? It doesn't look too bad. Is it bad, though? If I can just cycle my way over, looks like his steering's straight. So that was unfortunate and what was going to be a good lap there. And actually so unfortunate that I've forgotten to look over and back at the tower. Really unfortunate there that that lap had to come to an end like that. And I wonder if that will bring him in the pits or anything. So, really unfortunate there for Andrew Roberts. So, that's really a big moment there in this race. For Andrew Roberts, and a big one as well. Big crash there in the final corner. It's just grateful that he's still going, but I wonder if that'll be in the pits from any damage repairs or just new tires at that point. Because I wonder if he has got a puncture or anything like that. Is it? No, it's not. He's staying out, so he's fine. He's fine. Great. That is lucky that he isn't having much issue with it. Very lucky, actually. I was not expecting him to come out of that one completely unscathed. I was expecting something bigger, you know, suspension damage. But no, he's fine. He's fine. So, a bit of a shock there that that's happened, but you know what? Fair enough. Um, with our three drivers out here, just biding their time and going around. We haven't looked at Louis Gonzalez much. In a bit, he's still hanging around in his McLaren. Oh, he's just turned on the lights, dude. Just now. Wow. Still going around and having his fun. Just chilling and grateful that they're biding their time and just still sticking around with us. It's great to see. Great to see that they haven't given up on it. And it's always nice to know that some people, you know, they still stick around, you know, they still have their fun, they still enjoy their driving no matter the grid size, no matter how it is going. Just sticking around, you know? Great to see, great to see. And enjoyable as well, makes it much more enjoyable. And gives small leagues like what is Intrepid Endurance League at the moment a chance to thrive still. The fact they're able to finish our race and post some results and get ourselves out there and hopefully in the future have way more drivers, way more things, and a lot more fun. We all enjoy it. We all enjoy it. Anyways, I'm just posting the pole position graphic out right now. Anyways, that's posted now. Well, great. So, everyone's still sticking around here. We have 19, 20, about 20 minutes, 19 minutes, 30 seconds left in this race here in our GT3 test at Sebring for our testing championship. Of course, still a championship, still standing, still points and everything. And doing great here as Andrew Roberts has had an issue because Bobby Spencer's gaining a lot of time. Gained about 4 seconds there. He's still losing time. Is there some fuel saving going on there? Or something like that. Let's see if we can get like an energy remaining. No, it doesn't show up. Unfortunately. Any tire? Do we get a tire? Oh, well, they're on mediums, I guess. So, interesting stuff there. Oh, we are getting into the night, actually. So it is getting darker and darker as it goes. So, Andrew Roberts now, I wonder how this one is going to go. If it's just a lap, it's going to be in the pits. No. Okay. Well, with 18 minutes left to go, this race still goes on and on and on. Now, Bobby Spencer's lost a bit of time. No, he hasn't. Okay, what? Something's going on there. So, we still sit and wait and go along here with the 17 minutes left to go here at Sebring. As it's starting to go into the nighttime here in the game. Of course, only 1:23 p.m. in Sebring in real life. And of course, the Daytona 24 going on in a bit as well. Remember that. IMSA, the Daytona 24, the 24 hours of Daytona, the Rolex 24, whatever. It's a great endurance event, and big news, of course, if you are an endurance fan and love everything endurance. Do you love everything endurance? Then go watch the Rolex 24 at Daytona. Starts in 5 minutes. Well, we're still just going along here. 16 minutes left now on the clock. And however it goes, it was great. Very great. And an amazing first race out here today. no, Andrew Roberts in the barriers and spinning out of Cunningham corner. And now that is, I bet, now gonna probably be an in-lap at this point. Because that is a very big spin and a very big hit into the barriers. I was looking away for a few seconds. I look up, and he's in the wall, and he was spinning. I was just posting something on Instagram for the league, and well, whoa, he's lost it. So, very interesting, very interesting. Oh, oh yeah, no, now he's in the pit lane and coming into the pits. Hey, Andrew.
You know what's really stupid? Half of those spins I wasn't even on throttle for.
Ooh, unfortunate,
Like
unfortunate.
I don't know if it was just like something going on with my pedals, but like wasn't even touching the throttle.
Well,
Uh,
I just came in, asked how it's going. How you feeling?
it's going pretty good. I feel good. Feeling great. Feeling racy. Unfortunate that lap one incident where Moira kind of drove into the back of me, which was just like, what are you doing? You know, but
Apparently, they've said in the Discord they were boxed in.
yeah, but it doesn't excuse from it's lap one. You couldn't give a lift. Just be safe. You know, you don't have to punt the guys in P2 off the track, and that kind of my
Oh
race
no.
was kind of over from there. I kind of accepted I wasn't going to catch Gonzalez from that point, just because there wasn't really much that I could do at that point, just based on no damage or anything. I just had you know, it's disqualification. There's only two of us left now.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't,
no, I've just noticed that.
I don't know what happened to Gonzalez, but let's hope these new tires, some more fuel. I had a few spins. Again, most of the spins I wasn't even on the throttle for, so it might have just been from the nature of the tires being kind of trash. So we'll see how we do now. 1v1 against Mr. Gonzalez here, so see
Well,
how it
good
goes.
luck
Thank you.
and have a good one. And ooh,
You
Bobby
too.
Spencer did get disqualified. All right, have a good one. Bobby Spencer has been disqualified, and I wonder why. It's an interesting one. But we'll look back on it in a bit. Andrew Roberts is very far off Luis Gonzalez, so interesting how these drivers now come onto the new fuel with 10 minutes to go in the inaugural Intrepid Endurance race, our first ever event. So, only two finishers here that we will have. But Luis Gonzalez still leads us off for another 10 minutes. Chilling about. And got a purple light on in the cockpit. Ooh, is there a party in there? I wonder. Anyways, I'm currently playing Game Pigeon with my friend. Now, we're just looking at how big the gap is we've got between Luis Gonzalez and Andrew Roberts. Oh, here he comes. And 3, 2, and 1. Meow. Andrew Roberts there going across our screen and through what this is technically the Fangio chicane. It's a left-right kink, so it's an interesting name, of course. Very interesting name. And you know, let's keep the camera on Luis Gonzalez because we haven't given him enough screen time for how this one is going. The driver dominating the first ever race here at Sebring. Of the 6 drivers that started, 2 will finish. So, anyways, now 8 minutes left to go. So we're coming to a close here in Sebring in the night. Here at what is an amazing race. Of course, got the IMSA livery there. IMSA logo on the back of that car. But this car was, of course, made for Sebring. And Sebring doesn't do WEC anymore. Still, now we're gonna leave the camera here. And now let's see how long it takes for Andrew Roberts to get around to it. If I can find it back again. Right, no, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. We'll see how long it takes. You know, look at the mid-race results. We don't even need to look at these, bro. Because you already know how it looks. Right there. Anyways, now we're waiting. Still waiting. Can barely hear that car. Here it comes now, of course. Through Le Mans curve. What a sound. And you love to hear it. You absolutely love to hear stuff like that. And I can't wait until we have decent grids and enjoying life that much. So, very interesting race, and we have now 6 minutes to go. So, I'm saying very interesting race. So now I'm making the race winner graphic for when we get around to it. So, we're still going on with this one. 4 minutes to go. Now let's see if I can get another screenshot here. Oh, there's one of the first mistakes for Luis Gonzalez. Finally losing a little bit of concentration. Maybe. Was it there? Still trying to see if we can get the screenshot of Dreams. No, we can't. Not just yet, not there. Let's see, can we get one? Where's the place where there's lights? So we can get like a good one. No! Why would you lag out like that? That was perfect. Oh my god, it's not working. Oh man. Dude, I just want a nice picture. Dude, that was genuinely like one of the greatest pictures I could have ever had right there, and it didn't work, so I'm really disappointed now. Let's see if we can get one here. Maybe, definitely. Let's see. No! Let me have a picture. I just want to take a goddamn picture. Wait, maybe I can take a screenshot like this. What's the command? What's the command? Windows Alt hit print screen. Windows Alt. Man, what the fuck is that? I don't got no print screen button. Rigged. Rigged against me, bro. Anyways, we have 1 minute left, so I think this is the second last lap here, actually. For our drivers here. We'll get our confirmation on that in a second. I feel like Luis Gonzalez, if he doesn't want to do another lap, he could just stop on circuit and wait. If he really wants to. Well, let's see if we can get the perfect picture right here. Hey, we're gonna wait. My apologies that I'm blocking like half the screen, but... Oh my days, I got it! Don't ask what that was. That was a funny thing in a Discord. Well, it's a good race, but we've got one to go now. White flag. It's all or nothing, whatever. If you want to get any last fastest lap or something, I don't know. But Luis Gonzalez now coming around. It's a great race. You know, probably really boring one, but it was definitely probably worth the effort for our driver here. The Spaniard will, if he can make it through this lap, be the winner here and close off the first ever Intrepid race. Luis Gonzalez. In that Inception red McLaren. It's pretty good, and endurance racing at its finest. Obviously, not really much of an endurance race. It's only an hour, but a good display of what we could be. There's, of course, we're going to get up to 2 hours when we eventually get along with big lineups. Hopefully. And hopefully, you know, I've got big ideas and got big thoughts here for this race and series and everything about it. And everything that can happen with a league like this. Ooh, that was really good. Oh, I like the camera shots that LMU has a lot. But, whatever. Here comes Luis Gonzalez around the final corner to now come across the line. Luis Gonzalez will be the first ever winner here in Intrepid Endurance. Luis Gonzalez is your winner here and forevermore, is the first winner of the Intrepid Endurance League. He has done it. Andrew Roberts will be coming across the line in a bit now to become the first person to be runner-up for a race win in this league. You could call it a spectacle to behold. It's a good one. Here comes Andrew to become second place finisher here in the first Intrepid Endurance League race. And congratulations to these drivers who have actually gone the mile and finished the race for as well. So, it'll end off here. So, we'll look at it now with our session results here. Oh, that's not right. That's definitely not right. Well, there you go. Luis Gonzalez wins over Andrew Roberts, Bobby Spencer, Samuel Pereira, now red, and Kobe Ritchie. And now we're back here. So, good one. Great race. And we'll see you next time. Here, we'll see you next time in a week's time in Sakir. Follow us on Instagram. Keep watching. Who cares? See you next time in Sakir.